Okay, I wanted to do a spread inspired by Gemini season because for Gemini season, we all get to experience some aspects of Gemini. And Gemini is very childlike. They like to play, explore, go on adventures, and learn. So using this book, 101 Tarot Spreads, I chose the Hero's Journey spread. And it says, whenever we set off on a quest, we need to be mindful that the objective of the adventure is more than the prize that inspired us. And the hero's journey is all about a leap of faith. It's about going on adventure and digging deep and learning. How Gemini is that? So you can pick a deck. There are timestamps in the description. You don't have to watch the whole video. And pick a deck based on how it feels. If it's really calling you, don't just pick one based on curiosity. Like what is really pulling you instead of, oh, I'd like to see that because that's interesting. So number one is Cirque du Tarot. Deck number 2 is Tarot in Wonderland. And deck number 3 is Garbage Pail Kids Tarot. And even if you're interested or curious in the Garbage Pail Kids Tarot, which deck was really calling you? You can always watch this portion if you're curious, but don't pick it unless you really feel drawn to it. Okay, so this is the Hero's Journey spread for Cirque du Tarot. Okay, the first position is what attracts your interest? And you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And what I'm feeling from this is that there's an older queen in your life. I feel that it's a generation or two above you. So this could be a mother or an aunt, some kind of motherly figure, someone who is influential in your life. This could be a grandmother, a great aunt. This is someone who has a lot of influence in your life, maybe helped support you, helped raise you. And for this to be in reverse, this is you going against what they want for you. This feels like a little defiance. Like they always have your best interest in mind, but you always are attracted to the opposite of what they want for you. Or not quite what they want for you, just enough to kind of tick them off a little bit. And irritate them, whether it's on purpose or it's just like your nature comes naturally to you. That's what I'm feeling for what attracts your interest. Okay, the second position is Dragons, Self-Wound or Shadow. And you have the Hierophant in reverse. So it's like, this is like your self-sabotage. This is the things that you do to trip yourself up or stand in your own way. And the Hierophant in reverse suggests you need to get things dialed in. It seems like there's a very haphazard energy here where you just kind of go with the flow and get off path easily, off task, and just like you're bouncing around. So it feels like you need a little more structure, a little more tradition, and just dial it in is what I'm getting from this. The third position, what or who assists you? Who are your allies? And you have the Page of Wands in reverse. The pages are immature. They're childlike themselves. I think that maybe there are people on your path. You think you're on the same journey. None of you really know what's going on. This feels like your allies are just as lost, just as confused, and it has a very Beavis and Butthead kind of feel to it. Like no one really knows what's going on. These are your allies. These are your homies. These are who you're on this journey with, and I don't know about that. It seems like you're all clueless. Sorry, that's what the cards. That's what I'm being told. I'm not saying this. It's the deck that you chose. Okay, so up here, are we on this one? Nope, we are down here. Number 4. How you must assist yourself. You have the 3 of Swords in reverse. You need to heal a broken heart. You need to heal some heartache. You need to work through some issues with loss. Okay, number 5. This is your outside challenges, and you have the Chariot in reverse. Your outside challenges, you have people around you that are stopping any kind of momentum that you may get started. If you have an idea that you're passionate about and you really want to do it, you have people on the outside that are slowing it down. And whether they're doing it because that's just what they are, because they're immature, or it's a real fear that they have that you may succeed and they won't. There's something about these people you have surrounding you on the outside that they're like putting sticks into the spokes of your bike where they're tripping you up. Not only are you tripping yourself up, but you're allowing these other people to trip you up. Okay, and this is what distracts you, and you have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is all about new love, new joy, new emotions. You catch a whiff of something better or in something new, and then you're off on that trail. What I'm getting, like I have basset hounds and they follow their nose. And so they catch a new scent, a whiff of something else, and they're off on a new trail, and they've completely forgot everything that they were doing in the first place. And that's what I feel is distracting you. You get a little whiff of some new love, some fresh strange, something else that might make you happier, and then you're off and you're distracted and you either don't come back to what you were doing or you've forgotten all about it and you don't care about it anymore. Okay, so this is the Holy Grail and the prize, and you have the Sun, which is all the happiness and all of the success. That's like the prize of doing the work and getting all this dialed in and getting all those distractions out of your life or under your thumb, under control. Your core task, the devil. The devil is all about manipulation, addiction, obsession, compulsion. That's getting this under control, dealing with this. Dealing with the issues that caused this in the first place. That is your task on this hero's journey. And the last position, the hero you've become at the end of the quest, the Tower. The Tower is when everything falls apart. Anything that is not built on a firm foundation falls apart. And that's what this is. Like, at the end of this hero's journey, you're going to look back at what you just completed and nothing is going to look familiar to you because all that's going to remain is the foundation. which you may need to restart yourself, rebuild. But when you have nothing left, you have so many opportunities and potential and possibilities available for you. It's like a new beginning, the opportunity for a new beginning. Okay, this is deck number 2, Tarot in Wonderland. And the first space is what attracts your interest? And you have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse is a lack of patience and planning. Like just kind of being haphazard, bouncing around. It feels kind of distracted. What interests you? Well, nothing for very long. It feels like there's a lot of bouncing around from one thing to another without really tending to what you should be tending to. Okay, the second space is Dragon, Self-Wound or Shadow. And you have the Hierophant. There may be things that you passionately agree with. Very formal, very constricting. Like this is the way, there's no other way. It has to be within the, as Judge Judy would say, the 4 corners of the contract. Otherwise, I'm not gonna hear it. I'm not even gonna think about it. It's this absolute way, my way or the highway. And there's no wiggle room for anything else, which is weird because there's these beliefs that are tripping you up by being so strict. But up here, what attracts you and interests you, just kind of all over the place, not really being dialed in and being able to handle your business. I think that there's this desire for things to be a certain way, and you will say, this is absolute truth. But in reality, it's just like a bouncy ball in a very small room, just all over the place. Okay. And then the third space is who or what attracts you. No, I'm sorry. Who or what assists you? The 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. You've been able to juggle things. You've been able to keep balls in the air. You've been able to keep things up just enough to get by. I think that's what's assisting you, is being able to balance things. I don't think it's going very well. That water is choppy. I think that this is about to fall apart, and I think that you know it. Okay, so this is how you want to assist yourself. And you have the King of Wands in reverse. Now, this is someone who is very passionate about their purpose and what they believe their path is, but he's in reverse. He's not able to do what he wants to do. It looks like a different kind of balancing act going on here. You want to get things dialed in. That's how you're going to assist yourself. Look at your beliefs and what you really want for your life and see if they match. And how do you get from point A to point B? This is your outside challenges, and you have the Devil in reverse. The Devil is about manipulation, obsession, addiction, compulsion. The things that we feel trapped in. Your outside challenge is going to be to release that, to look at what you feel has you trapped and get out of that mindset. Okay, this is illusion. What distracts you? 4 of Wands. What distracts you? Four of Wands is safety, security, stability. You may be feeling trapped somewhere because you feel safe there. And you may be afraid to like get out from under your play fort and do real things in the real world. Okay, this is the Holy Grail or the prize, and you have the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse is my card for daddy issues. Um, Look at the way your relationship with a father figure has shaped your beliefs, the generational patterns in your life that you continue to keep doing. I think that once that work is done, that becomes the prize. Once you start doing that work and tracing back, I do this because of my daddy issues, because of my relationship with my father or father figures, or my lack of relationship or the lack of attachment, whatever that is. When you look at that and figure it out and you're like, aha, that's it. That is the prize that opens up and starts healing. It starts forgiveness, and it starts a path to better things. Okay, your core task, the magician, being able to use your power without blocking your power. Okay, and this is the last position. It is the hero you've become at the quest's end, and you have the death card. Don't think that this is because it's the end of the journey and it is the death card that you have death at the end. Death in tarot is a complete and total change. You're not going to recognize your life or yourself after this journey, after you've done the work, because you're going to be a healed person. You're going to be better off. Complete and total change. Okay, this is the third deck, the Garbage Pail Kids deck for the Hero's Journey spread. And the first position is what attracts your interest, and it's the Tower. For the Tower to be in this position, what attracts your interest? What I'm getting is that you always focus on worst case scenario. And by always focusing on it, you are manifesting for yourself situations and experiences where it is worst case scenario all the time. So this position is dragon, self-wound, or shadow. This is what you have working against you. This is how you trip yourself up and stand in your own way. And you have the judgment card in reverse. This is not answering your calling. This may be doing everything but what you really feel drawn to do. Who or what assists you? You have the Queen of Swords, and you have the Sun in reverse. Now, the Sun in reverse is concentrating on all the sadness, all the gloom and doom, not allowing yourself to enjoy anything, all the gifts of life, nothing. And then this Queen of Swords, I don't know if she's in your best interest. This has a very Marie Antoinette quality or feeling to it, maybe because her head isn't attached. I don't know. The Queen of Swords in tarot, she's a cold person. She thinks more than she feels. She says what's on her mind without caring about how the other person is going to feel about it. this may not be the best ally for you to have. Okay, over here, the fourth position, how you must assist yourself, and you have the star. You need to follow your hopes, dreams, and wishes. Okay, this is outside challenges, and you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about knowing when it's time to know. For this to be an outside challenge, it could be that other people may be expecting answers from you that it's not time for you to have yet. There may be some outside pressure to know things that it's not time to know yet. Or maybe it's not your place to know them. Look at all those eyes. There's something about there's too many eyes. There's too many eyes on this situation. Too many people with input, I think. Too many people that want the input. Too many people that aren't minding their own business. Okay, and this, number 6, the illusion. What distracts you? You have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords in reverse. What is distracting you? False information. What's distracting you? Other people's lies and bullshit. What's distracting you? Going on a deep dive when you get new information. But the deep dive isn't finding the truth. It's just digging up more of this. Like the story was leaked too soon and you just ran with it. That's what is distracting you. Okay, the 7th position, the Holy Grail. This is the prize of the hero's journey. And you have the Emperor. This is being able to have some authority. Whether this is getting promoted or just taking charge of a situation or your own life, the prize, the Holy Grail, is having that authority and being able to either shut the shit down or being able to move forward in a way where you feel empowered. Number 8 is your core task. And you have the Chariot in reverse. And this is a slowing down of the momentum. There may be a lot of momentum gained after all this gloom and doom and worst case scenario and all this misinformation and going down rabbit holes with lies and things that aren't true and fake news. This is all about slowing that, stopping it, and going in a direction that is better suited for you. And this is the last card, the last position, the hero you've become after the quest's end. And you have the Devil. You had to be really careful with your intention, with your mindset, because the Devil is about addiction, compulsion, manipulation. I really feel that there are people pulling the strings as if you're a puppet and playing you. And you feel either trapped or attached to them in some way. And I think that this could be a slippery slope. So you want to be careful on this journey that you're not falling deeper into this despair, into this hopelessness. That is your Hero Journey spread.